I see a black man and one man, I think of strength, black empowerment we have within, building community development. Let's continue to build our own. Let's continue to stay strong. Motivation, no matter the hate, no stopping. You just go. Listen up to Quan, John, and Queen P for giving us a voice. Speak up for what's yours and yell and make that noise. We are kings and we are queens. Melanated royalty, just getting started. Loving self and knowledge. Stack that wealth. Motivational motors, y'all.
Everything that comes your way, you should know, you should be able to say, you know what, how do I process this? So how do I make this opportunity come for me? Mm-hmm. So I just want to talk about this because sure. This is what people, if I could just leave anybody with this.
Sure.
See, death is natural. We're all going to get a chance to take a dirt bath.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. In 2017, my mom, my dad, my mom, my grandfather, my grandmother, they all went on the other side within 5 months from each other.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. In that time, but it really wasn't because, see, they prepared me for that moment.
Right.
And you talk about worse situations happening. If you're prepared to know that no matter what happens, if it's not your turn, then you have to keep going on.
That's right.
So in that time of them, because that was my matriarch, that was the tip of the pyramid that had crushed. So that moved me up to the tip of the pyramid. Right. Well, because of them instructing me along my journey of life, I'm able to sit in this seat and I know that it's okay. It's okay to get your calling papers to go on the other side because you're still able to help out your family on this side.
That's right.
I respond to dreams. They come to me in my dreams. I had a dream before they even crossed over and they was like, came walking healthy, and that was my grandmother, and then my grandfather tried to come, and me being stubborn, I was like, no. I woke up because I'm like, you're not leaving too, and guess what? He was on his way out as well.
Wow.
So, and he tried to tell me that, but I wasn't hearing it. And if I could go back in time, I was like, dang, I should have let that dream flow through me because he was right there trying to tell me what was going on, little bebop hat on and everything, So I was like, doggone it. But I was like, because see, my plan was, and this is where selfish we get when we're living, we want to always inflict our situations on other people. So my goal was to get them because they were sick. I was going to get them. My mother died first. And my grandmother got sick. She wasn't even able to come. So I rushed out to Michigan and I said, okay, well, I'm going to get them and move them back to Atlanta. I'm going to take care of them from Atlanta. But my grandfather told me a long time ago, I will never return to the South. He wasn't lying. He said he wasn't going and he wasn't going. So it forced me to stay in Michigan for like 3 months to get their business affairs. And then they say, you know what, we had enough of this life. Goodbye. So long. And I'm so glad that they made that choice because I couldn't imagine them being here during this COVID season and all this kind of craziness. I'm like, I was like, they gave it up. They did so much for the family. And so in appreciation, we got to realize that we all have our placement in life.
Well put, man.
And what are you going to teach people while you're here?
I'm telling you, you know what, and from every interview, I get something out of it. And that's the jewel that I'm going to take with me, which I will instill into my own children. And my wife actually has, she's good. She's young too. She's 35 years old. My wife has stage 4 breast cancer. Mm-hmm. Okay. And 6-7 months ago, they were saying, hey, you got 4 to 5 years. And it was devastating to me. You know what I mean? But, lo and behold, my wife is doing very well today. But from time to time, I tend to relapse into that selfish thinking that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tap into that. Hey, you know what? She's here today, man. You understand? Today. And you know what? And I'm going to cherish her every day.
Absolutely.
Today. And I'm going to instill this type of outlook and attitude into our little ones because we have 2 little girls.
Absolutely.
So when that day does come, whether it's 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, they will be prepared.
Right. That's right. And that's what you do. That's what we have to do. We have to know how to stay prepared. You know what? I told my team, I said, let's put together this virtual book fair. And I got a number in mind, and I normally don't tell my numbers because my numbers be big numbers, and people are like, oh, okay. But I'll tell y'all a secret because I know y'all could keep a secret, right?
Sure.
I know y'all not gonna blab y'all blab in your mouth.
I got you, Wanda. What's up?
But my goal is to have 100 minimum, 100 authors.
Okay.
And we're rocking it out for like a week. So it's Monday, it's the June 7th through the 13th.
Right.
And it's an opportunity for us to learn about the different authors, them to showcase their books, services, and also to network. So I'm also using this as a teaching moment for my authors to understand the power of their literature. Your literature is power. Your literature is your legacy. Absolutely. So a lot of times it's just like people starting a new business. They start the business gets dirty or it's not as fresh, and then they it's not as attractive. Right. I'm always teaching people to keep that same fire. See, you would never know when I started my business because I'm going to be just excited all the time.
Absolutely.
Just as excited. So that's what we're doing. So I'm interviewing, we're interviewing the authors. We have other special guests that come on, people that specialize in marketing, people that specialize in different areas of the book, because your book is your business.
That's right.
And that's another thing I want to make sure that our authors understand, that your book is your brand, it's your business, it's certain things that you need to put in place. Like, that's why we do professional headshots. Certain things people just need to know that they need to invest in. Right. So I'm using this as a moment to not only just showcase the authors, but just also to pour some of my knowledge of business into the authors while we go through that journey, and then learn from others. Because I'm reading synopsis of books, and it's like, wow, woo. So so excited. So we have children authors, we got children books, we got inspirational books, instructional manuals, ghost stories, gangster stories, so it's gonna be exciting. I'm so fired up about it. So right now, we already have 50 authors registered.
Okay.
But we're going for 100, and we're going to get it done.
That is so dope. That is amazing. It's funny that you talked about, you're reading the synopsis and it's making you feel some kind of way. The same thing happens to me because I do editing and publishing. So the same thing happens to me. I read, let's say I take on maybe 3 or 4 manuscripts a month. So when I'm doing that, reading these books gives me an insight, gives me knowledge that other people have. So these are the people who maybe travel around the world or been through a lot. It's like I get all of that knowledge from them because first I have to read their book, which is awesome, but then I also get to talk to them. I get to talk to them about the story behind the story. So I get what you mean, because it is a blessing. It is a blessing because I feel like I'm learning so much from so many people, and I don't have to go anywhere.
And it's beautiful. And another thing is, like, authors, we need to really collaborate and collectively on different things, because
I agree.
That's just one layer of who you are.
Right.
You wrote a book. Okay, great. Yep. But what else do you do? Oh, I do this, I do that, I do this. Be like, oh, well, where are you? Oh, I'm here. Oh, really? So then you could be my contact when I get to Australia, or when I get to, New Zealand, or
Nigeria.
Nigeria. Right. Nigeria. I mean, this is, and these are the things that our platform offers people. We also take the books and we turn them into stage plays. We take the books and we turn them into movies. So, we're in production like that as well. One of my, actually our last book, Wake Up Winning No Matter What, Because Losing Is Not an Option, Volume Two, the foreword was written by Shawnee Sanders, which is a good friend of mine. She's also a movie producer. So a lot of projects come our way, and we help people develop like shorts or plays, or we just do a lot of stuff in that whole field of media and production.
Very, very interesting. And I'll be part of the virtual book fair on June 9th.
Thank you so much.
Definitely.
Looking forward to it.
I can't wait. And I'm definitely using it as a networking vessel.
Yeah. And and get people to register to attend that's not an author. Yes. So then, like get all your network to sign up and come check it out and all that kind of great stuff.
Well, we definitely putting the link in the description of authors that want to be part of it, or people that just want to be in attendance of the virtual book fair.
Definitely.
So Ms. Hollis, you know what? We usually end our segments by asking our guests this fundamental question. What would you have said and spoken to Wanda Hollis about the 17 impressionable Wanda Hollis? What would you have said to her to make her journey a bit smoother in life? If you can speak to her right now, today, and whisper some sweet somethings in her ear.
You know what? And I knew this question was coming because I've watched y'all's show.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. We got a follower. Jump on a bandwagon, y'all. If Wanda Hollis is watching, you're supposed to be watching. She got a lot to do. You understand?
Right. I had to know who I was going to be talking to.
All right. Let us know. What would you say?
17-year-old. I got to close my eyes.
That's right. Think about it.
Go back in history.
You know what I mean?
Oh, my 17 self. My 17-year-old
What you going to tell her?
What's going on?
What you going to tell her what not to do and what to do?
Man, oh man.
That's what we need to know.
What would I tell that young queen?
All right.
Well, I would tell her to just trust, to trust, I would tell her to just trust her powers, her instincts. I can say now that, especially as a woman, and this is for you too, Queen, you're gifted, period. And women especially, because
that's right.
We bring life. We bring life. So as my 17-year-old self, I would just say, remember how gifted you are in all things that you do. So then, and don't ever lose that connection. Yeah. And I say that to all my women watching, because we have intuition and we tend to question our intuition when we should just take action towards the intuition and just trust it and keep going, or move or stop or whatever. But whatever that intuitive mind tells you, trust it and believe it, because that is your superpower.
Right.
So if I had known that at 17, I probably would have not went through some journeys that I did, but it's all good. It's all
that's
good.
Right. Absolutely.
That's what. So wherever you are, you can start doing that right now.
Agreed. Portia Mistake.
That is
fun thoughts.
You're so what I love about you is you're so different but real. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you say a lot of what we should know, and maybe we already know in the back of our minds, but we don't bring it to the forefront. So because we're so caught up in being in the 21st century, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, we're so caught up in madness that we let things that we're supposed to know fall to the back of our minds, and we completely forget about it. But you just over here living that life. You are doing the things that we know we're supposed to do and we don't do.
That's right.
I mean, I said at the very beginning, you're inspirational, and that is why. And I just love the fact that you proved it. You proved exactly what I said at the beginning. It's just you're inspirational.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you allowing me to share. I really do.
Thank you for conveying. Yep. From Nigeria. Like I said, she's my rock.
I'm gonna follow you. Yeah.
Yay!
She's my
Well, you
rock.
come
Absolutely.
to the Juneteenth event, the Emancipation Movement, Rising Above the Shackles. We are giving out investments to individuals who need it. So definitely, I'm gonna hit you up with the RSVP link. You can send it to your people. Let them know. Saturday, June 19th, from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's gonna be dope.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be dope.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Ms. Hollis, for conveying what your MRI was, what your motivational reasoning for your initiative is. Thank you for basically putting your soul on the table. You understand?
I appreciate
Thank you. Thank you. So from Portia Mistake, Miss Wanda D. Hollis, you got your boy Quan John. Motivation Motives, y'all. Sayonara.
Bye.